Welcome to this video series. If you're watching this, maybe you have a Tai Chi or qigong practice. Maybe you're new to internal energy arts. Either way, you're in the right place. In this series, we're going to talk about Taoist yoga, how it's an excellent practice to cultivate health and longevity in the modern world. Make sure you watch until the end to learn about how Taoist yoga is uniquely something of its own, and it's not just a variation of other yoga out there. Taoist yoga comes from the Taoist monasteries of ancient China. It doesn't come from Buddhism, it doesn't come from India, and it definitely did not come from TV commercials. So this stuff has been around for a couple of thousand years, and it is the Chinese perspective on what yoga could be. And Taoist yoga is directly connected to Taoist meditation. The first set in Taoist yoga works with breathing. And this is used to progressively open the body's energy channels, activating the flow of qi. The biggest thing about it, though, is that it is to actually be able to feel your qi penetrating inside your body. Just like water penetrates the inside of a glass. It goes through, it fills it up, it goes through, it changes your tissues and everything else. Now, Taoist yoga has many gentle seated postures, and they're held anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes each. And I'm not talking specifically that you get to the end of a posture and you hold it for 2 minutes. It's that to do the posture, you might hold it for a minute at the end if you want to, but it may take you 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes to actually get into the posture. Because the object is not, can you, let's say, if you were sitting down, get your head to touch the floor. It's everything that you are releasing inside your system to enable you to touch the floor. So that all stretching is done from the inside of your body until it expresses yourself on the outside, which is where your skin is. By doing this, and especially the first set, which is why we're showing you this, because we're going to be releasing, you quickly become aware of where qi is flowing in you or it is not. This should be of primary interest to those who currently practice Tai Chi or qigong, as well as for those who practice modern yoga or want to start a yoga practice for the entirety of what health means, not just to be a slightly better physical specimen. Because ultimately, qi is the life force energy that will heal and sustain you through the ups and downs of life, both physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Because the emphasis is not on the stretch, how far you can stretch, or on developing complex posture, there is no feeling of competition to look good in a posture. Also, because these injuries are a rare occurrence, the emphasis in Taoist yoga is not how far you stretch, but by how much you release what is inside your body that is ultimately responsible for your ability to stretch to begin with. Although many of the postures in Taoist yoga resemble the beginning and intermediate posture of Hatha yoga, Taoist yoga never forces your body or asks you to do extreme stretches. For example, many Hatha yoga postures, they're going to say just like, you want to grab your foot. That says now how long it takes you to get there or do it gently. That still is what it's about. It's about grabbing your foot. Well, in Taoist yoga, that's not necessarily the case. Okay? Taoist yoga is very much about getting your mind inside your body. How can your mind literally go inside your body, find what's there, and release that? And through releasing whatever it comes in contact with, that you stretch. So the primary thing is not about stretching. The primary thing is getting in contact with and working the inside of your body. In Taoist yoga, a central point is that you are growing and developing through relaxation and not through any form of tension. And again, stress is a fancy word for tension. So if you want to reduce your levels of stress, you have to reduce your levels of tension. And doing a practice that will promote you becoming tense is not the way to go. Taoist yoga in that sense, I think, is more suited to the modern age because it's teaching you how to relax. And through that, you're learning how to not accumulate as much stress, but also to recognize how much of it you're incurring when you're doing the activities that are stressful. One of the big differences between people who get crushed by stress and don't get crushed by stress is if the internal energy state of their body is strong enough to withstand the stress or not. And keep it in mind that to get a lot of things done, you have to undergo stress. There's no way not to undergo any stress, so you better just lie down and never stand up again. But then the ability to actually handle it and then get rid of it once it is accumulating in your system. And this is something that Tao Yoga seeks to do, and I think it does it fairly well. To conclude, I hope you enjoyed this video, and be sure to look for the release of our second video in just a few days. In the meantime, I would like to hear from you in the comments below this video. Tell me the number one reason you would like to begin a consistent Taoist yoga practice and how you think it'll benefit you in the long run. Thank you very much, and see you in the next video.